Christina, welcome back to my channel to a new video. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to make this cherry embroidered on a disposable mask. First off, you want to wash your hands for about 20-30 seconds because like you're trying to get the mask filled with germs when you wear it. And yeah, so yes, I know this is a disposable mask and I'm kind of wasting embroidery thread on the mask, but you know what, it's okay. I feel like the cherry design uses a tiny bit of the thread that you use to make the design, and yeah, you can just look cute and fashionable for a few days in your new cute mask, and yeah, it's okay. First off, you need a mask obviously, and you need 2 colors of embroidery thread, green and red. Then you will need a needle, but make sure the tip is not really pointy so you don't poke yourself, and you need some scissors and anything cutting tools. First off, you want to get your green thread and you want to cut like about like 4 to 5 inches of it, or maybe 6. But next you guys want to do like a slip knot at one end of the thread so you can use it like so it doesn't like fall off when you insert it or poke it through the mask. And yeah, just try to do what I did in the video. It's kind of hard explaining it. After that, you want to like try to like put it through the little hole eye thingy of the needle. And yes, this can be a little tricky for you guys, but it's completely okay. You guys can do it. Just like put a bit of like water or spit or anything, just lick the tip of it and make it so it's small so it can like go through. Next, you want to try to find a spot where you would like the first stem of the cherry would be. Don't make it like too close to the side, but I'm gonna make it close to it but not too close, and you want to make it at the very top. And then when you find your place, poke a hole in one of the little holes that they already have, and yeah, just poke it through. Next, you want to count about 3 dots to the right of where the stitch is, and you just want to like poke the needle back down. Next, you guys want to try to make a downward V or like a upside down V. So you do this by like trying to like eyeball like a V. Like try to imagine there's a V from like the center of the stitch to the 2 sides. You want to poke your needle through one of the V side and you pull it through, and then you don't poke it back. You want to like take your needle and put it under the first stitch that we did. We go under it and you go over under it actually, and you want to go back and try to find the other end where the V would be, and you poke it down there. This is kind of really hard to explain, but I really hope you guys try to like understand it. Just rewind the video if you can't do it, or just like slowly look at what I'm trying to do. It should look like what I have right now, kind of like a V and a little line on top. This is your first stem or your first pair of cherries. Then you want to continue making 2 more stems, and I'll show you guys how to do it again. So this time you want to go about 2 to 3 circle dots in between the 2 stems, and you want to go from under the mask and poke the needle up. And then after that, you want to go about 2 to 3 circle dot space and then poke it down on the other side of the mask, and then you have like a little tiny stitch. Then after that, you want to try and eyeball a V shape, an upside down V actually, and you go from under of the mask, you go up, you go over and loop under the little first stitch, and you want to poke your needle down, so eyeball and try to find the other end of the V and poke it down so it looks like an upside down V. Yes, I know this is really hard, kind of hard that explaining, but if you guys just watch closely at what I'm doing, you'll kind of get it. And this is completely fine if the thread is going over the little band thingy that for your nose. That is completely okay, and I promise you it won't bother you at all. So I went off camera and I did the last stem, and you guys can just rewind the video and rewatch it and try to like listen to me explain it. And yeah, so I tried and went back into fixing all of these stems so like it wouldn't be like a little like these top stitches like is being pulled down by the V stitch. And yeah, lastly, make sure the needle is behind the mask, which is where you would like cover your mouth. Make sure it's from behind, and you want to make just a regular slip knot. I tend to do mine like 2 to 3 times because I have anxiety that it just might fall off. But yeah, to be safe, make around 2 to 3 knots. Now you guys want to take the red thread. Mine is kind of pink, but that's okay. But so you want to cut a tiny bit longer than the green, because like when you do the knots for the cherries, it's gonna be really hard to do. So like cut about like 7 inches. And like what we did before, you want to do a slip knot at one of the ends and then thread it to the needle. This can take a tiny bit of time, but that's okay. Now you guys want to try to do a French knots. This is kind of hard for the first time. If you're a beginner, you guys can search up a bunch of French knot embroidery tutorial on YouTube, and honestly I took forever learning them in the first, and it's so hard. For first, you guys want to like take the needle, poke it through one of the stems where the cherries would be, and then you want to start making French knots. So you take you try to hold it like an L, and you want to take the needle and put it over the part, the top line part where the L would start, and you want to take the thread and wrap it around the needle about 3 times, and then you want to tug on it a tiny bit while still holding that needle and the thread that you're kind of tugging. You want to take the needle and poke it next to the same hole that you went up when you poked up to get the thread. You want to poke it down, and same time you want to like hold on the thread, the tugging one, but like make sure it's not too tight in case you can't poke the needle through. But as you hold the thread, you want to poke the needle through all the way down, and once the needle is all over, you can let go of the thread that you're holding, and then when you pull the needle back, you can see there's a little knot. And yeah, I'm sorry this is really confusing to explain for you guys, but like I said before, don't feel free to like just search up French knots on YouTube for the tutorials. I'm really bad at explaining, but those other who had more experience from me are able to explain them better. And yeah, just keep doing French knots on the last how many stems you guys have left. So apparently my 7 to 8 inches thread was not enough for the knots. I decided to like end it, like go back, so make sure the loop is on the other side of the mask, and I just re-knotted it, cut off the excess, and I used a new thread to put it on. And yeah, it's really okay if this happens. I'm sure it happens all the time. This only happens because like I literally can't loop the thread around the needle at that point before doing the knot. So yeah, it's totally fine if that happens. You guys just cut it off, knot it, and get a new thread, and just redo the whole thing. Not redo the whole thing, but like continue where it left off. And then after that, just keep continuing doing your last few knots, and yeah, you guys are honestly really done after this. Just fix anything you guys think there are imperfections and stuff like that, but I'm sure it'll be really fine. Also, the knots take practice, so it's okay if you guys don't get it the first time. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure to like and comment down below any ideas you guys have for future videos. But school is coming up for me, which is like next Monday on September 14th. I'll try to upload when I can, but just be patient. Don't unsubscribe. I'm still gonna be active. Just probably take a tiny break, but you never know. Like, I can be busy, I can be not busy, but yeah. I will see you guys in my next video on Monday. Bye!